Hello, it's Sarah here, and I just wanted to do a video on my journey with being a coach and how I have arrived at this place I am now, launching my coaching business. So, I have always been a coach, but many years ago, I didn't know that that's what the role was called. So my job title as an employee was something different, but the way I worked with people, I realised once I understood and came to know coaching, was very much a coaching approach. I then also discovered that there was a whole industry for coaching, and I felt drawn to it, really drawn to it. I loved the idea of empowering people and supporting people to achieve what they wanted to achieve, whether that be in business or other areas of their life. So there is an organisation in the UK called the Coaching Academy, and they offer this 2-day free coaching kind of exploration to see whether it's something that you want to do. And myself and my friend Liz Dew, who was also interested in seeing if coaching was a good fit for her, she was up for going. So we had this weekend in Manchester for the course and just had a really good laugh because we went out for a meal and had drinks and what have you. And yes, we realised that coaching did definitely suit who we are. We're all about empowering people. So yeah, that was great. I then did a course at Staffordshire University in coaching, and then Liz discovered that the university that she worked at, which was in the city we live, Sheffield Hallam University, actually ran a coaching and mentoring master's course. So we both enrolled on that, and I then also got my first job as a coach with one of the Prince of Wales charities, where I was coaching people over 50 who were interested in setting up in business, so entrepreneurs who are over 50. So that was really rewarding. And then from that coaching role, I became an enterprise coach for all ages, so anyone over the age of 18, predominantly in deprived areas, so people who wouldn't ordinarily have other people in their family or circle of friends who are entrepreneurs. So it was an opportunity for them to explore entrepreneurship and whether it was something that suited them. So that was, again, really rewarding. What I found, though, working with clients, was some people could take on board what they needed to do and plan things out. They could get a business plan together, they could work out whether it was all feasible, and they knew what action steps to take, but then week upon week they just weren't moving forward. And the style of coaching that I was doing at the time, which was part of my job, was this kind of goals and planning and action taking kind of approach. And I got really interested because some of these clients really wanted to set up in business, but they just were coming up against resistance, and something else was going on. And that's when I got interested in how the mind works, and I started studying things like NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, so to do with how we speak to ourselves, to do with our mindset, and things like that. And I also learnt some other modalities as well that support this kind of way of improving yourself and the way that you think. But again, something was not quite resonating with me. There was still a missing piece. And I started reading books by, one of the first books I read was The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And I was also reading books by Carolyn Myss, and I was starting to realise that was what they were speaking about was the missing piece, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that we, as that part of the human condition, we live in the feeling of our thinking. We are thinking creatures, but that's only one part of the picture, you know. And yeah, actually focusing on who we truly are and living from that place, living from the inside out, that is what makes the difference. That is what is life affirming, and where you get your sense of self. True happiness resides there, contentment, peace, freedom, absolute freedom. And life can happen, and life can throw challenges, but those challenges can be seen in a different way. It's like an opportunity for growth, because at any given time, in each moment, that you are always whole, you are always complete, always well, and nothing can remove that inner peace. It is always present. You are always a spiritual being of love, always, whatever else is going on around you. So I realised that my coaching approach was different to what I was working in, and it was probably best that I set up on my own, because I didn't know whether I'd be employed to do this type of transformational coaching where I'm talking about being yourself, truly being yourself. And it's not about setting endless goals and doing different things with your mindset, and having a daily practice and things like this. It's none of that. If you want to do it, great, but you don't have to do it to be successful and to get all of the things that we say in life that we want. That we think that by improving ourselves is going to bring all of this wonderful magic, but we already have all that right now. It's just about accessing it, connecting with it. So I came up with, my coaching would be Compassionate CPR, complete personal realization. So waking up, rebirth of who you truly are and living from that place. I was fortunate enough then, as you'll know it if you do live from the inside out, that as soon as you start evolving and expanding, it feels like things are accelerating and more information comes to you. And about a week after saying that, compassionate CPR, that's what I do. I it's about bringing people back to life. I found a course by Dr. Mark Atkinson, Human Potential Coaching, and the curriculum was basically all the things I said that I really wanted, and how I wanted to work with people. And there were some tools and techniques in there, like voice dialogue and learning about heart intelligence. But it was great, because it's exactly what I wanted. But what I suppose I hadn't done at that point is had my own experience of living from that place fully. And it wasn't until 2014 when I did just that. I trusted and surrendered, if you like using that word, to the co-creation of life, letting life unfold, allowing it just to unfold, allowing myself to be. I don't have to do anything, allowing myself to be and just follow the inspired action that comes, because inspired action will come. So there still is movement, because you act on that inspired action, because you just feel propelled to do it. And that period of my life was just so magical and wonderful, and it resulted in the conception of my twins, Levi and Scarlett, who are now 2 years old. So it was brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And I'm now in the process of living from that space again for birthing my business and developing my business, and making sure that I do develop it from a place of resting in my being, from the inside out, allowing things to unfold, not forcing, not pushing, not wading upstream, just going downstream, keeping my vibration high, going downstream, being in alignment, having some discernment, making sure I don't get kind of sidetracked and sort of knocked off, disconnected from myself. And I have people in my life to support me with that. And that's what I support people with in my business. That is the point of my business, is to help people to stay connected to who they truly are, to go deeper into knowing and experiencing who they are and living from that space. So that is a 11-minute so far trip through where I started as a coach and where I am now. So it's about moving beyond fears, beyond mindset, beyond beliefs, not just limiting beliefs, beyond beliefs, because beliefs are still thoughts. So it's moving beyond all of those things, beyond your thought created self, and actually being yourself. Being yourself. That is what I'm all about, and that is what I want to share with anybody that it resonates with. I really feel called to work with other coaches who, don't feel that they fit in with the status quo, and got their own rules of how they want to coach, and they've got this big vision that they know can happen, and are just needing some support with staying connected, staying in alignment, and taking that inspired action. And I will walk alongside you to make sure that happens. So if any of what I've said interests you, resonates with you, or you've got any questions, then please do contact me. You can leave a comment below or contact me via private message. I would love to hear from you. Okay, bye for now.